Welcome to another edition of the WhoIs podcast. Of course, brought to you by Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Shout out to Red Bull for keeping us nice and hydrated while we talk. And today I have the honor and privilege. It's weird, because these aren't interviews, these are just conversations. But this is like my guy. Like, if y'all know my guy for the last few decades, partner in crime, and happens to be the first Caribbean. Do I say Caribbean or Jamaican? How do you word it? Caribbean?
No, Jamaican. You say Jamaican,
first,
but
you're Jamaican, but Caribbean. He's the first Caribbean selector / DJ on the WhoIs podcast. I said, if I'm going to get into this lane, I have to start with my guy, my brother, DJ Trigga, half crazy. Blah, 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 blah.
Brother, man.
Was that a good intro?
It's a good intro.
DJ Trigga, man. Like, this is family. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know, like, outside of the DJ world, like how we really been rocking for a long time, super long time.
Almost like
over 30.
About what 30?
I met you in the 90s.
Yeah, we about to touch the 30 mark.
So I always like to start with the same question for anybody who's watching this WhoIs podcast and they have no idea who you are, never heard of you, never seen you. Who is this guy sitting next to Quicksilva? And I had to ask, who is DJ Trigga? How do you answer that?
DJ Trigga is a DMV based dancehall / Caribbean DJ that is international. That's who I am. I play Caribbean music primarily, and like I said, we based here, but we we entertain the world.
Where are you originally from?
So my family's from Jamaica.
What part?
Their father from St. Anne's, Jamaica, which is in the countryside. My mother's from Kingston. Raised 100% in my culture. The whole take your kids back and do all of that. They migrated from Jamaica directly to New York. Lived in Brooklyn, New York, specifically a place called Flatbush, which is the Caribbean hub of New York. You know what I mean? There are other parts that are like hubs also, but Flatbush is that place. You know what I mean? So that's where I grew up, went to school, learned how to DJ, learned how to move around and do everything. Yeah.
What was that like growing up in New York at that time? So this is what, 80s?
So because it's the Caribbean part of Brooklyn, you're immersed in Caribbean culture. You get what I mean? I would say the influence is based on who is probably more predominant. You know what I mean? So my area was more, especially in those times, 100% like Jamaican. And then over times, you had different Caribbean nationalities that had their influx also. So you have the Haitians that come, you have Trinidadians, you have all of that. But for me, like literally around the block from where I grew up was a strip, right? Called Empire Boulevard. And Empire Boulevard had 3 or 4 clubs on that, and they're all Jamaican clubs except for like a roller rink. So I grew up in an entertainment hub, and primarily it was Jamaican entertainment. You get what I mean? So
I got you.
Yeah, so you couldn't escape it. So even those that are not Jamaican, even those that come from different places, whether you fully, mother and father come from down south, whatever, the Caribbean culture was so infectious that everybody's almost like,
you have
a touch of it.
Jamaican.
Yeah, you have a touch of it. You know what I mean?
Then, of course, at what age did you fall in love with like music?
Early, because I would say from I was born, because I grew up around the music. I had uncles that had sound systems. My mother, those we talking about the time where your favorite song, you'd have to go buy the record.
The vinyl.
Right. So
if somebody watches don't even know what vinyl is.
Yeah. So it's going from like, you hear it on the radio, now it's in your home. Then I have the clubs around the block. My aunt was a popular bartender for these Jamaican guys that owned a lot of the hot clubs. So there was a one around the block for me called Love People. Right? And she was a bartender there. So I remember at an early age, 6 years old, don't ask me why anybody that's from the Caribbean, you'll get it if it makes sense. There's no there's no problem with bringing in a younger family member at those times.
Right.
As long as it may sound now and inappropriate. I don't know why I'm in there.
In the club.
I'm in there. I'm not hanging out, not partying, but they may
Right.
sneak me into the basement.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little Pac-Man machine down there.
Nice.
And then for whatever's going on, you may, get a chance to go upstairs down. You look at the ceiling, you see the bottles, you see this, you see the lights, you see the disco. Remember them times? It's a disco ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you will see the gunshots in the ceiling. And then you get to understand that the club meant more than the club. It was a Caribbean hub or a Jamaican hub where everybody from different parts would meet up and come together to kind of catch up.
That is super dope.
Yeah.
At what age did you actually start DJing?
DJing? About 10 years old.
10. That's crazy that all of us have the same. So I feel like half the DJs, including myself, I got my first set of turntables at 10. When you first started DJing at the age of 10, because I know, in the Caribbean world, 45s are really popular. Were y'all playing 45s then, or was it regular vinyl?
So I already grew up in the home with 45s there.
Gotcha.
45.
And for those who don't know, we guys play 45s are the little small records.
Yeah. So the thing that was a custom was when your grandmother come up from Jamaica, when your mom come up from Jamaica, your family members come up from Jamaica, they bring their records with them. So the records that were already in the home before anything was bought in America, we had records from back in the day, 60s, 70s, whatever it may be. You get what I'm saying? But come forward, when I started DJing now, I'm in the time where my culture, my house is already super Jamaican, whatever, but hip hop is exploding. You know what I mean? You turn on the radio, the hot DJs, they're mixing Red Alert's mixing hip hop, this one. So you buy your Run DMC record, you buy whatever record, and you're sitting there on your parents' turntable, and I'm like, yo, let me try to do what I heard the DJ do. And you try to cut. You know what I mean? And at some point you realize, I don't want to break my parents' stuff. I know what kind of problem it's going to be. I need to try to become an actual DJ.
That's super
You know
dope.
what I mean? Yeah, you got to go get your own. My guys that I grew up with, certain friends of mine in my neighborhood, had to come help me. Because it takes 7, 8, 10 crates.
Facts.
You don't know
what you're going to play.
You don't know what you're going to play. You need all your records. So I say that to say my parents didn't want me playing. And that actually was a thing that burned me up. They didn't want me playing in
You were
the
DJing
club.
in the house, but not outside the house.
So let me just paint this picture. When DJing hit for me, it ain't just hit for me. It hit for everybody. I grew up in a neighborhood full of 1,000 men, maybe like 4 girls.
Right.
So even if somebody was playing basketball, somebody was hustling, whatever they did, at some point it just looked like everybody was a DJ or was a part of a DJ crew.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And I used to sit and be jealous, right? Because there was my friends around the corner, whatever, they would be able to go and play some of the younger functions that people could do. And my father was a very strict like, what?
No, man, you're not playing no rock club music, bum.
Like, you can't go around there. You can't do that. No, that. And I had an older brother. My brother was outside. My brother was super outside. Got into all different kind of stuff. Had been shot by club, whatever. So that already feeds into the fact that me thinking I could go. Now I could go there and go party because I didn't need permission to go out. I was outside from I was 13, 12, 11, 10. Anybody that grew up with me, they'll tell you, I've been outside forever.
Sound like me.
But to take the crates out the house is a difference. Now it's like, where you really going? Because I can say I want a quick house. You don't know.
Right.
But when the crates are coming out, where you go? Where you think you're going? No. It don't work like that. So that gave me time to grow and harness my skills.
That makes so much sense in the world.
Party. I go to the same places, go listen to it, whatever it may be. Come back, listen to the people tapes, whatever. Harness my skills. And then the most I would do is play my music through my window. So anybody that grew up in my neighborhood with me be like, he's home. Because his window's open and he's playing the hottest music and he's playing nonstop music.
That is so crazy. Like I say, now that we're friends now, but like your story is so similar because, luckily my dad would allow me to go outside and DJ. But that was my thing in the neighborhood. On Shady Side, you ask anybody who grew up on Shady Side, they'll tell you, if I wasn't doing a block party or a basement party, I was in my room with the speaker in the window. And I would play for hours at a time. And they were outside dancing, vibing.
DJing back then was in a public space was a dangerous recreation because of everything going on outside.
Agree.
Yeah.
So you say around 15, 16, you do your first party.
Yeah, I'm doing my first party.
Was it a house party or a club? Like, what was that that moment?
It was a club. It was like a club. It wasn't really nothing. Most of the things that I did wasn't really things that was like major moments to me.
Gotcha.
It was just dying to get outside. Everybody outside, we DJing, and it's like we there. Gotcha. I really wouldn't put it like anything major. No, we outside, So by them times now, I was already known amongst my friends as a person that could mix because I would make my tapes, and even if I would give them out. My friends would be the first
promotion.
Like I would make a mixtape and say, "All right, this is my new mix."
Gotcha.
Buy 5 new records because remember, your budget was small. Right. We ain't had no money. It was broke. So I'm taking lunch money. I'm skipping meals.
This is my story. Same story. I would ask the hustlers in the neighborhood, let me get $5, we'll get this record.
I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother may help me out, give me $10, buy 2 records. Oh, new mix.
Yeah.
I got 2 new records.
So, of course, you then graduate from high school and then you go attend Morgan State University.
Yeah.
What year did you start at Morgan?
96.
So 96 comes, like how Jay-Z say, 96 comes, I'm here.
So the path to even get into Morgan was a whole nother thing, right?
So how'd you end up at Morgan?
So I was living life pre-DJing. And how I looked at life, freedoms I want, how I want to move. Like I said, I come from a neighborhood where it's just like a lot going on. And I'm a person that I'm into a lot. I'm moving around. I'm mixing and moving. So I didn't really see myself going to college steady if I was in New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once again, West Indian household, you have to go to school. You have to go do something. You have to do something. You know what I mean? You have to do something. So in the path of doing everything outside, I realized that there's no way that when that outside bug hits you, and I'm just trying to like pretty it up, you know what I'm saying?
I understand completely.
Yeah, when the outside
I was outside.
When the outside bug hits you, you're not thinking about anything else other than being outside.
Getting money, getting girls. Like
I was top tier with that. You know what I'm saying? And my friends top tier with that. You know what I mean? And fortunately, I said to myself, you know what? I don't know where this is gonna land me. You get what I'm saying?
I can answer dead or in jail. That's it.
And rest in peace and shout out my friends that I grew up with that may have taken that path. You get what I'm saying? But some didn't end up like that too. But everybody's a mixed bag. So I just said to myself, you know what? Let me go to school. Let me go and go double down on that. Let me go somewhere where I don't know nobody. Because I can't get in trouble. Because I realize that it's very easy. I'm that, So I came out here. Came to Baltimore, and I came with that hustle that I could go anywhere and make it on some level.
It's crazy because, being a guy who grew up in Baltimore, directly across the street from Morgan. So Shady Side Road is literally walking.
We were told never to go there.
Right. And back then, in the 90s, Shady Side, like, it's crazy to go around there now.
That's what the heck just was, right?
Yeah. It's so nice and, they've cleaned it up. Morgan's bought pretty much everything over there. But if anybody grew up in Northeast Baltimore in the late 80s, early, mid-90s, like, that area, this is when the crack epidemic hit. And it became like Northwood Shopping Center in that whole area, like that whole Northwood Shopping Center, Shady Side, Tivoli Avenue, like, it was rough. It was different. It was like this. It's not the Shady Side that people know now. Like those 90s, Morgan, like, and I can say it now, without incriminating, like, we couldn't wait to rob the Morgan guys.
Well, I was about to say, right? Fortunately, I was never one of them. But yeah, they would lay guys out over there. So coming from where I'm coming from, I'm 1,000% very aware of the activity. You know what I'm saying to you?
This is all drug infested, right?
Yeah. Well, and I'm coming from an area that is 1,000% of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear all that going on, I feel sorry for the guys of the green that are coming from somewhere that they don't know about it.
Let me go over to Sunny's, get me a chicken box. Good luck. You definitely getting robbed when you wake
guys
up.
I know was
definitely
getting robbed. Getting laid out. It was getting laid
no
out.
matter what.
But while they're warning us not to go there, I go straight to Park Heights.
Because that was a Jamaican area of Baltimore.
So Park Heights reminded me of where I grew up in Flatbush.
Gotcha.
Get what I'm saying? It's the Caribbean part of Baltimore. And then at that point, I started to learn about Baltimore.
So I'm going to tell you what's crazy about Morgan, kind of what I was saying going with this is that even though Morgan's in Baltimore, we as locals, we call this,
right.
We looked at Morgan as New York, DC, and PG.
Yeah.
Like more people from New York,
go there,
DC, and Prince George's County attend Morgan than people that actually live in Baltimore. Like even when before I met you, doing those Morgan parties in those early 90s, I mean, it was New York.
Right.
Like New York, if it was 1,000 people in a Morgan State party, I'm going to say 500 of them were from New York.
Right.
400 was from DC, PG area, and maybe 100 Baltimore people. Like, but how did New York take over Morgan so much back in, like, was it like a thing where y'all had, where everybody from New York said, if I go to college, let me go to Morgan?
Yeah,
how'd you end up at Morgan?
I'm gonna be real with you, right? Let's put you in my mind state, right? Mm-hmm. As soon as I got there, I never looked at it like that. Because if I'm from me, just coming from off the block, right? Mm-hmm. And I get to college and you telling me you're from New York, no, you're not. Because I just came off the block.
I didn't see you outside.
You wasn't outside, and I've been outside. Right. And we was moving outside, moving around, doing things, acting up. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't really apply, like, nobody couldn't really tell me about New York. Like, I was that person. Like, I'm so fresh. Right? Like, I don't care about you. Like, and you're not from where I'm from in New York. So you may come from somewhere that ain't even like that.
Right, and I get it. You
get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I didn't really get caught up in the Morgan mentality of da-da-da-da-da. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I like, that's so New York what I just said, right? But,
you good.
Da-da-da-da-da,
You
right?
good.
But I'm just saying that's why it made me go seek more. Mm-hmm. Because I felt like Morgan was a fake world.
Wow. I've never heard it put that way.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's not a good way to be thinking on a collegiate level, though.
I got you.
Like, my mind needed to change. My mind wasn't changing. I was at school in a better place, but my mind wasn't at that place. So
around that time is when I met DJ Trigga.
Yeah.
Because back then, this is 96, 97. Yeah. Shout out to Dewan D. Hove. Shout out to TTC.
Right.
I'm trying to think who else was popping. Like when I first heard of you, Triple Threat, Rated R.
Right. All my bros.
All of y'all. Like
of my bros, right.
All of them was like popping, and me and my man Ty Flex.
Shout out to
Ty Flex. That's my brother. Flex, we were the Baltimore DJs that they were booked. So they were booked from New York. You know, you had P Drama, you had Action. Mm-hmm. As far as the New York DJs,
right?
You had DJ Trigga, that was the New York DJ, but it happened to be, we called you the reggae DJ back then.
Right.
And then they wanted the Baltimore DJ. They would book Quicksilva and Ty Flex.
That's a fact.
Do you remember the first club we played at together? I think I know the answer, but I want to see if we had the same. What was the first club you think we played at?
So it was either one or two places, right? It's either 4229 on York Road, right? Or no, me and Ty Flex played at the Baltimore Grand together.
So it was 4229.
It's 4229.
Shout out to 4229. Give me a round of applause. Don't tell you what's crazy about 4229 for those who don't remember this. 4229 was the size of this podcast studio.
Yeah.
I mean, it might the legal capacity in 4229.
Gotta be 60. Gotta be
60 people.
Gotta be 60.
We put 300 people in there. How? If anybody, so the address was 4229 York Road, right in the corner with 43rd Flavor. Rest in peace, Mark Baltimore, and all of them had the barbershop. So I can't remember what it was, but I remember this is my first time, y'all, introduction to DJ Trigga. So you gotta think this is 96. By then, I already had Club Indigo, already had trilogies. I'm popping. I already had guest spots on the radio on V103 with DJ Booby. So they're like, yo, we're gonna bring you to come mix with I can't remember. I think you was there. I want to say Rude Boy might have been mixing as well.
Yeah, shout out Rude Boy.
But I come in, it's me and Ty Flex. So we come in and I don't remember who was playing, but DJ Trigga gets on, and this is back. I talk, but I didn't talk like that. Like my talk was maybe anybody celebrate his birthday or move your car, right? So this is my first time like really hearing a reggae DJ come on.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows about reggae DJs, they call them selectors. And DJ Trigga gets on, and this is the funny part. My wife Ashley gonna laugh and see this part. Trigga has the ability to turn on and off American accent and patois in the middle of a sentence.
A code switch.
I mean, it's hilarious. So I feel like Trigga came in and he come in, had your 45s, and we speak. Like, you were talking American.
Right.
So I'm Quicksilva, I'm DJ Trigga. And I didn't even know you were Caribbean. Yeah. So now we talking, and whoever's mixing is mixing. So we rapping, just talking regular, just whatever bullshit. And then Trigga, in the middle of us having a conversation like we're having now, it just turns on. Bomba, clap. I'm like, yo, this nigga Jamaican? Yeah. But when I say murdered 4229, I remember me and Ty Flex looking, I was like, yo, I got talking to Mike more. Because if I'm gonna be playing with these guys, and shout out, of course, to my OGs, the Frankskis and the Boobies, I will watch them. But it was different from the reggae world. Yeah. It was the energy in the reggae world. I always said there's no energy like a reggae party. Or Caribbean party, period.
And you see that reggae, what I would say, gene or chromosome in the hip hop DJs in New York. Mm-hmm. Like Self, shout out Self. Me and Self came up together, right? Mm-hmm. Me and Self, with some of my first big parties, me and Self at in Manhattan, whatever. But listen, right? But if you hear like a Self play, because they grew up in that kind of environment.
Almost like you're battling.
Yeah, so it kind of goes across the board. So like by the time I meet you,
you're in battle mode. Like I'm in friendly DJ mode, and he comes on like he's battling.
Yeah, because they put me, and big up every DJ in the city, right? But especially back then, it's like there's a separation. I'm looking at it like there's a whole world that we're like, and that was my thing about even what I got here and saw. There's a dancehall world, and it's in the underground, it's in the dark. Nobody knows about it. And you have juggernauts in that market, but there's a whole nother world that has no clue about you or not that familiar with what we're doing. Get what I'm saying? So when they're bringing a guy like Quicksilva, say, yo, man, come done him. Me? Who? Wait, he do what? What he do? Murder that. Me, I murder that. Because
that was his attitude.
Yeah, I murder him. He the big guy, right? That's what you say. It's a big shot. Yeah. All right, we'll find out.
Like this guy was like, we can laugh about it now, we friends, but he was throwing shots at me on the mic. No, the more man play the tune like the bomber clock, Ross clock, pussy the music. And I'm gonna tell you this song that was big. Yo, and I'm like, God, he's talking to me, but like, I don't know, we beefing? Like, are we good? But afterwards, we shake hands. But the record was slew them, so he would pull fire, and he would play the record and almost like point at me. No man play tone like Trigga.
Listen, I did that to Jay Clarkson. I did that to S. Dot. I did that to DJ Reds. I did that. These are all my brothers I'm talking about.
I'm like Trigga. What did I do to you?
Like back then, it was like, yo, shout out anyway, every DJ that
you played with Trigga, he was battling.
But the real mission was to be like, listen, this ain't that back in the day, whoever was here before me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I got here, the market, the music market was stuck on Park Heights and Spalding to Park Heights and Belvedere. And anybody from the west side of Baltimore know that. That's just a small block, right? And the whole Caribbean entertainment was stuck there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, I'm coming from a place where dancehall music will run it to the point that it's a part of the hip hop culture. It's a part of everything. It's everything.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So why am I here and stifling myself? I have to make a point to be known outside. Listen, at that point, I'm already making waves on the West Side. I'm already putting in my dues. I'm a new guy doing that thing, and I wasn't that kind of like, oh, it's all about New York. I love Baltimore.
Of course.
That was one of the big things I realized too. That I got here and I started to realize, all right, first thing I realized was there was a Baltimore / New York thing, and it was a real thing.
It was in the streets. It was real.
Listen, but I'm in the street. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's not always. Right. I tell people all the time, the microphone and the turntables or whatever, the mixer, that turns off. You got to be a man. So you realizing that there's a thing. You know what I mean? The second part we could talk about later. Right. Baltimore and DC is a thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to conquer that. So I'm just saying that I got to meet you guys. We're all in the same age group. You don't know me? I'm a beast. You're going to have to see me. We're going to see each other. Now I really recognize real.
And it's crazy because I took that energy and I put it into my world. Right. Because after playing with Trigga, and then shout out to Ty Flex again, like... Pause, super pause. And I forgot, I'm talking to a Jamaican, so it's gonna be a lot of pauses on this interview. If I say anything, play pause, big pause.
Jamaican is a why?
Right. But as I was playing music alongside Trigga, right? As I'm playing alongside Trigga, yo, me and Ty Flex, like I remember us going back to like Monument Street, like, yo, yeah, we gotta step our shit up because like this nigga's trying to really like show us out, and nigga, this our city. But it made me get more aggressive on the mic. It made me realize that instead of me saying, put your hands up. No, put your fucking hands up.
Put your fucking hands up.
Yeah. Like I got that energy and I took that into my world, and that's how I kind of come up, made myself who I am. I'm gonna tell you a rhythm, because after 4229, I'm gonna say the next club I remember like playing with Trigga on the regular was either Baltimore Live. So shout out Baltimore Live. If you're old enough to remember Morgan Homecoming at Baltimore Live, it was
in Saratoga.
It was like something that you've never experienced. Like the energy in there, massive.
First of all, I was on a mission to not only make myself familiar with the DJs, but one of the things about being a DJ, even up to now, is that whatever space that they put me in, I want to own that space. I want to say I rock that building. So every venue that I was given access to, right? So when they turned the place from Odell's, what they turned it into, what they call it?
I forgot what it's called, but I remember.
But whatever, on North Avenue, you put me in there, rocking that building. Baltimore Live, you have the access to look down on the floor and see the whole crowd, as well as there's a crowd on the top mezzanine looking at you. We rocking that building. You get what I'm saying? So those buildings meant a lot. And then now, when me and you catch up in Baltimore Live, we're more familiar with each other.
Yep.
I remember it like the back of my hand. This is when I started to meet your brothers. And I'm like, that's when we start the familiarity.
We became fam.
Yeah, the familiarity starts like heavy there. You got your motorcycle helmet.
Yep.
I'm like, yo,
that's funny. You remember this shit. I forgot some of this shit.
Quick on it. Okay. I said, all right, quick. But we are rocking together now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we making movies in Baltimore Live. You're like, okay. Yeah.
What club would you say in Baltimore made DJ Trigga? Like this is your home.
Number one, hands down, a hole in the wall on Park Heights and Spaulding called Panyard. Listen, everybody knows the one on Belvedere that faces the racetrack. That's called Cordoba.
Yes.
Right? But what they may not know is immediately behind it, it's the same building. Like literally the back door in that building goes into Spaulding Avenue. A lot of pauses, guys. Leads into Spaulding Avenue. And Spaulding had a place called TNT Panyard, big parking lot. And that's where, to make your name as a Caribbean DJ, that pretty club, those pretty lights, that's not where you make your name. Well, not now. I mean, not then.
Right.
Then you have to survive the shootouts. Then you have to have everybody with the lighters and the burning and people beating the walls and that dark, grimy era. And that's where I was one of the last people to make money because I was something that was around way before I got here, and it had its own dark history to it. But we took what was dark and turned it into something beautiful.
Gotcha.
So we would go from there, go get breakfast on Park Heights at a place called Yellow Bowl, and then turn around and then, we used to hang at Dada Fashions, which Dada Fashions was across from Cinderella on Park Heights. So at that point, I'm getting embraced by the city. You get what I'm saying? It's not just,
DJ.
Yo from New York or whatever, you know how it would be said. I still got my accent. But at that point, I really got in the groove with the city and got in tune with the city.
That's so dope, man. Now, of course, one thing you mentioned, as a DJ, especially in the Caribbean world, everybody came up with a crew.
Yeah.
You started crew Half Crazy.
Yeah.
Half Crazy, when it started, was who? When it first started?
You.
But I wasn't. I ended up joining. We get to that in a second.
Yeah, before you, keep in mind, I was a part of other people's crews before that, right? And at some point, I wanted to just say, you know what? Instead of being a part of somebody's crew, let's make my own crew.
So, what crew were you a part of before Half Crazy?
So, Rude Boy, which is now Collegiate Lux.
What's the name of his crew? It was called. What was it called?
No. It was called Tropical Heat.
Tropical Heat. I do remember Tropical Heat. Shout out to Rude Boy.
Shout out Rude Boy, Collegiate Lux. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different lifestyle of that now.
Killer.
I started out with Rude Boy, and Rude Boy really was instrumental in walking me through these streets and making me familiar with everything going on between the street to the colleges. We definitely took that Caribbean hustle and applied it to mainstream parties where we are booking a hip hop DJ like yourself.
I was Rude Boy booking for a lot of stuff.
And then, we inspired others. So that family tree extends to a million places. So shout out Rude Boy, that's Tropical.
Definitely.
So I started out with him. Got my first DJ gig where I had to fly out, went to Florida, did sound clashes, did all of that, 97. So I was on from I'm a young boy. I'm young and I'm on already. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then after that, we moved on, went to a next crew called Black Emperor.
I remember Black Emperor.
Right. So now with Black Emperor, I had a whole team of guys and, saying everybody, did their thing. But we moved on from there. And me and Slaughter, which was my DJ partner.
Slaughter G.
Slaughter G, right?
My God.
Slaughter G, Carlton Crazy, right? Which is our manager. And we came up with the name On Park Heights. Like everything about is going to be always going to be Park Heights, right? But so we came up with the name there and we started Half Crazy, and with that now we're on our own. And the goal was, at this point, we run in Baltimore from east side to west side. We keeping parties on Edmondson Avenue, where we going all the way to Park Heights, then we going to York Road. So we going on every corner of Baltimore, keeping Jamaican events, as well as I'm doing the Caribbean sets in every club.
Facts.
Every club in the city, every owner at that point knew me. Every club.
Now you were literally deemed the reggae DJ.
Yeah, that goal is checked off. But then I go a half hour down the street, 45 minutes down the street to DC. Nobody know me. A couple people, but I'm not that guy.
Right.
And I realize there's more work to be done.
Big facts.
At the same time, coincidentally, you on the same journey. Right?
I was trying to take over DC.
Even though we were already friends. We're very good friends. You know my people, I know your people. But now we run into DC and we realize, put all the New York stuff to the side. I realize that I'm identified as a Baltimore DJ entering the DC market, and there's a lot of backlash.
That was me.
A lot of fight, big uphill battle. You know what I mean? But what I noticed was, and I think I even realized it in your market. Everybody was so busy trying to be the best DJ, and you have accomplished DJs, skilled DJs that were doing their thing, big up all of them, but nobody wanted to be that guy. Nobody wanted to run it.
Me.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
Here I am. I'm like, okay.
I want to be the king. I'm not coming here
Look, I didn't come here to play, right? So, everything takes time, but I'm looking at who is there, who are the guys there, and once again, with dancehall music, everything starts from competition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we were familiar with the guys down there. We've competed with the guys down there. I never took no losses, you know, at that point. But now we start Half Crazy. We got to compete. And with Half Crazy, we went to some big competitions. There was a competition called Busway, right? Busway would mean like you popping off, I guess, right?
Right.
But like 2 years before, Khaled had played it and he won. That was when Khaled was like...
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Khaled too. People forget that when it comes on the reggae circuit, like Khaled was one of those. And
like this is like Khaled not playing Eric B and Rakim. This Khaled not playing Jay-Z. This Khaled playing Dub Play. But anyway, he you know, that platform we used, and we clashed some guys that were from Japan. And when we beat them, it set the whole thing different. Yeah. Super sorry.
I told you, two Jamaicans, this conversation is going to be difficult.
So, yeah, try to say it. You're good. But what happened was a lot of people never took into account that Baltimore creates tough DJs.
Facts, some of the best.
So I'm taking my New York skill set, the razzle dazzle, the pure skill. And then what I learned from Baltimore is it's rough in its own right. So when we get to DC, you know, whatever, where I was at, nobody could handle me. You know what I'm saying? They still can't.
Talk your shit. It's okay. Talk your shit. You know I like how you look in the camera when you said that.
Still can't. You know what I mean? But because that's what they be still bust, you know, like that.
I understand. I feel the same way. There's nobody fucking with me.
Nobody fucking with me, right? But
good luck.
But the thing about it is, at that point, while everybody was trying to be the king of whatever they were doing, right, I was like, I need to collect these two cities under my belt that I can market it to the world. Because I don't want to be stuck as a Baltimore DJ,
right.
Or just a DMV DJ. And at that point, nobody here from the Baltimore side to the DC side was catching flights.
Right. Not on a regular basis.
I ain't see them nowhere. And the thing about me, up until that point, right, I'm not even talking about now, I always moved around. So I go to different cities. I would be in Florida. Like I said, there's a part of this that I'm not mentioning. I'm just saying, but I will go back to New York heavy. I'm in every part of New York. If you're not in New York, then you don't count in a Jamaican scene, right?
Facts.
I'm going to Philly. I don't see you. I'm going to LA. I don't see you. I'm moving around. I don't see you. So anybody that said that they was that guy to me here, I was like, but why you not out of town then? You could be the king of the mountain, but you just a small fish.
Yeah, big facts.
You just a small fish in what's really going on. You got to shake the world. So we got to figure out, how do we create a bigger effect? And at that point, it was like, all right, well, now we won this competition in DC. We ain't got to worry about Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we already got that in the bag.
Facts.
How do we move around? And that's where the journey started getting further and further.
And then, of course, Trigga has the, this is the marketing side of Trigga.
Yeah.
At this point, me and Trigga, we friends. This is my guy. We hang in each other's houses. Like, this is my guy outside of just the music. And I'm the guy in my world. Trigga's the guy in his world. And Trigga, I remember like it was yesterday. You called me like, bro, I need you to come to my birthday party. I'm great. Make you part of Half Crazy. And I wasn't part of no crew or nothing. Like I was just Quicksilva. I've never been a part of like under no umbrella or anything. So I was like, he's like, I want you to just be you. Like, you don't have to come and be a part. I remember Half Crazy and only play reggae. And you come to my birthday party, play whatever you want to play.
Do whatever you want to do.
And I remember.
That was a part of what we brought to the table. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
But I remember your birthday party. I want to say I still got the video.
Yeah.
I got the video. But I had my dreads.
Yeah.
This is back then, and Trigga is playing.
Rhode Island Avenue, Washington, D.C.
Yep. And Trigga, I come to the birthday party, and Trigga makes the official announcement, Quicksilva was now Half Crazy. And we stopped. Yeah. We do a whole moment. And from that, I feel like that... It made both of us feel like now we're untouchable.
Yeah.
Now we're untouchable. Like nobody's fucking with us on the reggae side. Nobody's fucking us on the American side.
It's somebody watching this too. They got to keep in mind that on my off night, right, I'm going to where Quick is playing. Where Quick is DJing at is where I'm pulling up, because once again, you know, I love music. I'm a Jamaican dancehall selector, but I'm playing it 24 hours a day. I'm going to where my guy is playing at.
So hip hop, R&B.
Yeah. And I was there to see when Quick was getting the side looks and all of that from
everybody. We can say it. Everybody. Nobody wanted Quick to come take over DC.
First of all, because I knew the journey that I was taking on and how we had to defend it at different times on our side, I knew that Quick had to do the same on his side.
Facts.
So when we would step out on my off night, we was very militant to hold down that whole, this is a new wave going on. Even to the point that there were nights where you're at Ibiza, I'm at Fur. And it's like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, look at this. Look where we started from. Like, we don't even have to go past that, because we're in the world. We're in a whole nother world right now.
Right.
But just back then, just thinking like, I'm pulling up to one club, you at the other club, the club's on the
same corner. Same shit.
Down the block.
I got 2,000 people, you got 2,000 people.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna come check you before I go play. He like, all right, I walk in, you rocking 2,000 people. Yeah. You know? So
two guys that's not from DC that came and made a mark that's like a lot, and I know it's not just about that, but I feel like a lot of people, they give us our flowers now, but at that moment in our career when we really like, we can say it and mean it, and anybody want to argue in the comments, you can argue, like, we king the town. Like, when it comes to the reggae world and the record, like, that's that 2007, 08, like, it was Quicksilva straight, like, you know, we were 1 and 1, 1A, 1B in our own worlds. Yeah. And we never ever like slowed down from there.
No, it
never
just
slowed down.
It just keeps going, because once again, and I think that a lot of people in DJing miss that they become a slave to what their success is at that moment, and they don't step out and be like, there's more.
Facts.
You know, it's your job to try to unlock. You know what I mean? I work, but you got to try to unlock what's that next level for. So, okay, I'm playing, like, he's playing the biggest club in DC. I'm playing the biggest dance hall. You know, back then it would be like, say, us and Stone Love. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But
shout out to Stone Love, by the way. Still was like staple in
oh yeah, definitely. Right. But it's like, all right, then now what? Because there's a cap on my money too. I'm still here.
Facts.
And there's a cap on my money. I need to get out there.
Question for you, and just as being, you know, right now you're more than just a reggae DJ. You're a DJ that plays everything that just identifies as a Jamaican. Right. What's your favorite all-time rhythm? And for those who don't know, if your answer is, a rhythm is one beat that all the dancehall artists at the time kind of sing or rap over.
It'll be Showtime. Showtime rhythm.
Same here.
Yeah. I have like probably a top 3 or whatever, but yeah, it's definitely.
Well, give me your top 3. Your top 3.
Showtime, a rhythm called Slang Ting, and of course a rhythm called a Punani rhythm. If it doesn't love Punani rhythm, you know what I mean?
As you should love. Right. Shout out to Punani.
Yeah, Punani rhythm. It's a rhythm called Punani. One of the biggest rhythms. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah. That's one of my favorites.
When I think of rhythms and just parties of us playing, like, you know, performing in the same venues, I think Showtime. I think Buzz Rhythm. We did some events when the Buzz Rhythm was crazy. Still, I mean, we can't deny the Wally Rhythm.
Right.
I mean that even though it kind of commercialized,
no,
like that still was ginormous rhythm.
Right now.
Still to this day.
Right now.
To this day. I tried the Hoodum rhythm.
Right.
Hoodum rhythm was what's the name of the rhythm over the J-A-Y, Jamaica?
Oh,
not sure. Surprise
rhythm.
Surprise rhythm. Like, and everything that I learned from the reggae world, and it got to a point now, and once again, shout out to Ty Flex again, because, you know, we would go to Jamaica and get the 45s and bring them. We were the only outside of y'all had y'all world,
right?
But when it comes to like the American DJs, Quicksilva and Ty Flex, because we kind of became a duo at one point. Like, it wasn't that many American DJs that could play in a reggae party and play it effectively. Like back then, you couldn't come into a reggae party playing no shade to like Murder She Wrote,
Right,
like or Heads High.
Yeah.
These were the Americanized songs.
Yeah, I
in order to play into a dance hall or over Park Heights, you had to like come and really play.
Play.
And Ty Flex was one that I definitely give him his credit because like hanging around him,
Ty used to call me. Ty would call me and be like, "Yo, Trigga, what is this song like?" Yeah.
Yep. So like y'all definitely helped me own my skills to be not an American DJ that can play reggae, but American DJ that can actually play with dancehall DJs. And then that's when I started traveling, doing the Mocha festivals,
and it adds to your catalog of weird different genres you can go to. Right.
One thing that Trigga said to me a long time ago, pause on I don't know why I need to pause that with you, but I remember you saying to me, you like, yo, you are an American DJ that played like a reggae DJ.
Yeah, and that's big.
What does that mean for somebody who might not understand that?
That means you've immersed yourself so much in the culture of the music that you studied how it's played, not just the record is there in your computer. And that's how a DJ is supposed to learn any genre that they approach. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It gives you a cutting edge because you're around guys that are really on it. That
then I started talking about patois.
Right.
Ash always laugh at me like, this nigga really think he's Jamaican.
Quick have the strongest wagwan in the world. Right? But so Quick had a energy that's going to be a little bit different because he is coming to at 5:00 in the morning to the event when he has time. Remember, our schedules are different, right? But when he have time, and he just sit, observe, take notes, and be like, oh. Not only is that the record, but that's the record, and that's the energy that matches the record.
This is how you play, and these are the three records you play at. You play with that record.
There it goes. Right.
Another thing DJ Trigga has become very popular for over the years is your birthday party.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
It's called Icon of Icon.
Icon. Like, so, what year is this now for Icon?
I don't even put the number on it no more, man.
No, not your age, but like how many years have you been on that party?
Icon is over 20 years at this point. Do
you remember your first one?
Yeah.
Where was it at?
It was Park Heights.
Park Heights.
It wasn't that name then.
Right.
Everything, I refresh it, but that party I started at Park Heights. And then I took it to DC. And then now at any given time, like say this year I made us feel like it may be in Baltimore, then I do it in Baltimore. But next year I may do it.
Did you have any idea when you started that party it would become such a legendary party? Where everybody and people who never been his birthday party, it's not just a reggae party. Like everybody comes to support Trigga. All the DJs, all the promoters. It's a thing.
I did. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like I feel highly of myself. You know what I'm saying? I show love. I help people out. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot behind the scenes. I'm a very nice person. You know what I mean? So I know that the things that I do in the world come back. Do you have one in particular that stands out like this was my favorite one? Nah, bro. Every year's a movie. Like this year's that we had random. I had Foxy Brown one year. My thing was just random. Like why is Foxy here? We had BMF guys on my thing. We had G Unit. Kid was G Unit back. We have dancehall artists. Like so. I don't have one year that's like that because every year, unplanned, it's something going on that something pops up. You know what I mean? So it's always been just that. We had Young Child there certain years. It was just like, so it's like a continuing movie. Gotcha. And even at one point I said to myself, all right, I'm going to stop it. But the street, one of the things I based my career in is having a relationship in the road, aka the street with people, you know what I'm saying? Being outside with people. Do you have any moments in your life that you feel like when you look back at it, this is my I've made it moment as DJ Trigga? Yeah. I was just talking about it the other day. I did a show in the Wembley in London maybe about 2 years ago. Right. Get that a round of applause. That's major. And what was that like? How'd you even get a booking in London? Because I haven't been in London yet, so you got one up on me. Yeah. So I'm for the past 5 years I've been touring with one of if not, one of Jamaica's top artists, Dexter Daps.
Give Dexter a round of applause. We just rock Mocha Fest together.
Team Dapper.
We just, I played with him in pause. Right. I performed with him in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, right.
Jesus Christ. I can't even say play with him more.
Since the pandemic, I've been on tour with Dexter. And, that tour at that point took us, I'm on tour right now, but that tour took us to London. And just to be overseas and see that amount of people, and you get your chance to rock a crowd, and you're like, what do you live? Like, what do you guys do daily over here?
Right.
Like, are you human like me? But to rock, and you say to yourself, wow. You take a moment and you reflect and you say, this started from me playing music out my window.
How did you and Dexter even link up? Like, how did you become his DJ?
I have a close link through somebody who I'll leave unnamed.
That's fine.
In there. And they presented me to him as far as just like, being a road DJ, you know what I mean? Doing the tours. And I guess at some point he realized that there's a high value in having a guy like me around. I'm humble. I'm talking crazy on camera right now.
No, you fine. We're talking.
No, I'm just saying. I talk crazy on camera right now, but in general, I don't really talk crazy. But I know a lot of people. I have a lot of links. I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of stretch. So I guess there's value in keeping somebody, like me there, because I can entertain people. My music skill is very high. Facts. And my networking skills are very high. So I benefit things,
Do you have any moments in your life or career that you regret? That you feel like if I did things differently, my life would be in a different space?
Yeah, I probably should have went to DC, even though I love Baltimore. I should have went to DC first.
Instead of going to Morgan in Baltimore, you think you should have went to DC first?
I should have went to DC first.
Why?
DC a gold mine. It took me years to get there. But if I started there, it would have been a wrap for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to DC, this was like, to me, a golden era. DC had clubs every block.
Mega clubs.
Those
are gone right now. Everything is 200 people, 300 people. We were doing 3,000 people.
What?
5 nights a week.
Like what?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, when I got to DC, and I'm like, DC was like the land of milk and honey when I got there. And shout out Super Slice, who waved the club banner. I keep saying that because dancehall exists in its original space, but for it to grow, it has to go into other spaces. So there was a separation between who's in the clubs and who's in the hall.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying to you? And I'm looking at it like, no, I need to be the guy that's in the dance on Saturday night at 4:00 in the morning, playing the newest, hottest song straight from Jamaica. But I also need to be in the clubs to affect that. You get what I'm saying to you? So I'm like, yo, the quicker I would have gotten there. You know what I mean? So now, in the now, right? If somebody's looking for Caribbean entertainment in a mainstream space, come check me. You get what I'm saying? But if you come in to look for Caribbean entertainment at 4:00 in the morning, come check me, because I'm booked on both of them. You get what I'm saying to you? Big outside festival, it's me. Hole in the wall, I'm gonna take that booking too, because I gotta stay close to the core.
Big facts.
But I just feel like before me, there was nobody tying it together. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Do you have a most memorable like clashing moment with like a different sound or DJ that stands out?
Yeah.
Did you speak on?
I clashed one of Jamaica's toughest sounds called Kilimanjaro in Jamaica. Not Jamaica Queens. In Jamaica, right? And that dance was a tough dance. It's probably one of the I only have about 2 losses ever. I stopped clashing now, but that was one of my losses. And that was a tough dance. I'm talking about, dance getting people shooting and all kinds of, like, the real, like, that's a rugu dance, rugu. Yeah, man. That was a tough one. That one stood out to me.
You played by you
Black Emperor back then.
Black Emperor.
Yeah. That predated Half Crazy.
So like, and people don't understand, like, at a clash, it's really like if anybody just tuned in, I was talking about how when I first played with you at 4229, you came on almost like in battle mode.
Yeah.
Just imagine, for those who've never been to a class, imagine having to be in that mode for an hour, 2 hours straight, and then this DJ you're playing against, he or she, they've invested and they got dub plates. For those who know dub plates, that's an artist making the record over with your name in it. And now those dub plates are like, it's Beanie Man.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Trigga is phony, or like, and now you got to figure out, how do I answer this shit?
And it's a costly sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It made me who I am. I'm a very aggressive DJ, meaning I play to win. I play to rock. I play for response. I play like that. But it was a costly thing. You know what I mean? So one night full of that could run you $20,000. 10K, 7. Well, the songs cost $500 a pop. One song is only 1 minute worth of music, 50 seconds. Who knows? I
got a shout out to one of my favorite, just as personal, dub plates. And in anybody know when I play my dub plates, 90% of them is shouting out to Half Crazy. You can hear Trigga name in it, even when he's not there. Right. The Baby Sham joint.
I still play that too. Right?
I still the Baby Sham joint is still crazy. DeMarco made a crazy one for us. Half Crazy, Love Life.
And people may miss that, right? That's the point of Quicksilva being a part of Half Crazy. That Quick is in different spaces that maybe I'll never play, or places that I'm not there. But the brand and what it means to the Caribbean community, this is his ode to the Caribbean community by him playing that song, saying Half Crazy. That means that even if you don't know how close Quicksilva and I are as friends, you know that I have co-signed him as a specialist. You know what I'm saying? Like a dancehall specialist in the event, and vice versa. Because my dub saying Quicksilva not lending his name out for just any Tom, Dick, or Harry. You know what I'm saying?
Pause that too.
It's crazy.
That is crazy. That might have been the craziest thing you said in the whole podcast. But no, you're like, I've never got a chance to tell Trigga, this has been my guy, for decades now. Yeah. And one thing that I always appreciated with Trigga is that Trigga, if he say, and I ain't got pauses, if Trigga got your back, if Trigga rock with you, it's been times in my life, my career, where Trigga goes to bat. Even if I'm not around, you're not gonna play with Quick, and vice versa. Yeah. Vice versa, Trigga's one of those ones that, in my life over the careers, it's certain people that's been in my life because they were gaining something. Certain people that's been in my life because it was transactional.
Right.
I never felt that with Trigga. Yeah. This has just been my guy. And of course we do business, we make money together, but I know for a fact, no matter what I'm going through with space in my life, Trigga never changed. Yeah. And that's something that I don't take lightly.
But on the flip side of it, right? Here it goes. You have lent me friendships that you have friends that you grew up with, and your friends, the way they accept me and the love they show me, the honor they show me.
You family now.
Yeah, outside of your presence, that's something that you can't pay for.
Facts.
That's not something that was transactional. You get what I'm saying? So it's vice versa. The way I look at Quick, I know Quick is in the media. I know he's in certain places. So I know that, guess what? I may see something from a distance to say, I don't need to ask if Quick need me there. I'm going to be there for Quick because it's a fake world out here.
Facts.
Real is real.
I'm going to tell a funny story, and, I'm going to say it how the best that we can. But this is to show you how we rock with each other. I mean, one time, I'm stressed out about life or something. So I called DJ Trigga. I'm like, yo, I need a vacation. Let's go to Jamaica. Everybody know Jamaica is my favorite place. I go to Jamaica. I used to go 5 times a year. Yeah. But now I at least go once or twice a year. So Trigga got you, bro. When you on there, I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to leave in the next 2 days. Trigga fuck it, I go out with you. So me, Trigga, shout out to my brother Franco. Shout out to Nard. Yeah. These are my right hands. These are my guys. So me, Nard, Trigga, Franco, we in Jamaica. And, skip over some of the story, but we're in Jamaica vibing, just fellas vibing, and somehow we get into an altercation. You know where I'm going with this. We get into an altercation with some fucking guy. And I don't know if I told my wife this story. We got like we were so much busy having fun. Like I didn't even want to tell like yo, we actually got into a fight while we was there. So you remember? So we're at the resort, and some guy just being an asshole. And you know how when you're on vacation, even when you're a street guy, you're not there for that. So I remember either you or Nah was like, homeboy, like, you know, chill, my nigga. Like, niggas is here vibing.
Yeah, relax.
We drinking our coolers. We got our feet up in the sand. Like, niggas not here. We not here on this type of time right now. We can get on this type of time, but nigga. So, this guy, he drunk. It's him and another guy. And they drunk, and they just in the pool just wilding. And we trying our best to ignore it. Like I feel like we ignored it for at least a half hour. Yeah. Which is I mean, that's an extended amount of time for a nigga that's loud and he's splashing water and it's hitting that nigga like, you know, so I feel like Nar was the one. Nar, my nigga Nar say, yo, if a nigga do it, nigga.
One more time.
Nigga, it's fuck that. Me and Frank like, no, we're on vacation. Let's chill. The nigga does it again. Yeah. All you see is Nod with the orange fist. Bang!
Blood in the pool.
Blood in the pool. He knocks out. His friend tries to jump me. So now I see my nigga Trigga. Trigga done grabbed the brick. Like, I mean, it got ugly fast.
Yeah, it got ugly, yeah.
It got ugly fast. You know, of course, you know, the security come and the people that were, the good thing is the people that were on the resort, they saw it. Yeah. They were like, no, they fucked those guys up. But like, they didn't start. Like, they were super patient.
Everybody got locked up.
Oh my God. I'm like, nigga, I'm not getting locked up in Jamaica fucking with you guys. But these are moments in life that we can look back and laugh on now. Yeah. Because, you know, it shows you like, nigga, no matter what it is, this is my guy. Like, nigga, whatever, you know what I mean?
Like I said, man, you know, the thing about it is, in entertainment, you realize that everything is 80% fake.
Facts. Nigga, 90.
Yeah, 90, right? It's a lot. And I'm not big on making new relationships on a deep level. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, surface level, yeah, I'm cool with everybody. I'm all right with that. But I save myself from a lot of the fakeness. So those that are real to me, I honor them. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't need Quick for $1, but because, you know, that shouldn't define the relationship. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I actually need Quick for is maybe a phone call. Quick may call me randomly. He may see something going on in the world and be like, yo, bro, I ain't running, man. I just appreciate you. Awesome. And life is delicate like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an honor the person who he is and who I am to him.
I appreciate that, man. A question I always like to ask DJs, and it's kind of crazy because... you know, Trigga's a DJ, he's a selector, he's, you know, part of us, you know, a crew. Like,
I'm a better hip hop DJ than 90% of these guys that is around here, you know.
Talk your shit, Trigga. This is not the Humble Podcast. If you ever want to talk your shit, it's millions of people who watch the WhoIs podcast.
Crazy. Listen, a lot of y'all niggas, y'all see me, y'all know what it is too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play a little, you know, depending on the night. But if I ever had a moment to just put my actual career down for a second and take on what y'all do, y'all need to tighten up, man. A lot of y'all guys is fighting for scraps. Y'all doing a lot of arguing. I'll be seeing like, who's the best here? Who's the best? Bro, we going out of town. Like, like your name don't even exist out of town. We're in North Dakota, bro. Like, we're talking.
Facts.
Like, Quick is in Houston.
I'm everywhere. My one booking, I make my money in them for 30. Okay,
and I'm just saying. Keep in mind, we don't brag
right.
But we're in the presence of guys that are arguing and bragging every day.
And y'all arguing like, with $200-$300.
Yeah, what y'all arguing about? There's way more work to do.
Facts.
I have work to do. So if I have work to do, and I'm posting, listen, it's something that Quick says. You don't say it to me. He says it to the world, right? Hard work, consistency.
Hard work, dedication, consistency.
Yeah. I get up every day and do that. You gotta tell the world who you are, what you do, and how good you are.
If you don't, they act like they forgot.
Yeah, because you can't play today's game with yesterday's points.
Big facts.
So because you was that guy, like Quick said, we were doing this in 2007, that don't mean nothing right now. That means nothing. We are shutting places down.
Tonight.
Now. Big stages tonight.
Facts.
Me this weekend. You know what I mean? We still have work to do. Yep. So what say you?
We never get comfortable. I think that's the that's the thing. You can't get comfortable because the moment you get comfortable, your life and your career goes on a decline. But the question I would ask you is that who would DJ Trigga say are the top Mount Rushmore
DMV DJs?
of Caribbean? I'm gonna stay Caribbean though. Of Caribbean DJs from the area. So when I say the area, you can include Baltimore. So Baltimore, the Baltimore DC area.
Yeah, Baltimore DC.
Who are the top? This is the Mount Rushmore. When it's all said and done, these 4 guys or girl, whoever, have impacted the market bigger than anybody of all time.
Okay. Number 1, I'm gonna put Raw Deal because even though there were people other than him, his way of how he did it pushed the bar further that got his name outside of the market.
Facts.
Win, lose, or draw. I've seen him on stages, in New York. I've seen him do clashes. I've seen it. So I'm going to go ahead and say Raw Deal as one of the legends, right? Second, no. No, second me. I'm gonna put me because I'm a legend.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm a legend. I'm not a legend because I say I'm a legend. I'm a legend because I'm the first one that put Baltimore and DC together on a Caribbean side. I'm the first one that put the soca side and mixed them with the dancehall side. You know what I'm saying? We're the first one that reached out to the different parts of the Caribbean. So I'm gonna put myself second, as well as what I'm doing at the moment. Third, I'm gonna put Ricky Platinum, right? For what he's doing long term. And that's just raising the bar.
Facts.
Raising the bar.
You playing with me tonight? Pause. Damn, I gotta pause everything. We perform on the same station tonight. Jeez,
Yeah.
God,
Fourth.
Can't say nothing around Jamaicans.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Fourth, I'm gonna put my bro Fire Oats.
Oh, absolutely. Come on.
Right? And I'm gonna tell you why.
I'll
tell you why. He's not from Trinidad, which is a home of soca. It's definitely not Jamaican, right?
Where the fuck is Fire Oats from?
He's from Thailand. He's from Guyana.
I knew that.
Right, which is still Caribbean, right? So I'm gonna say South America, but they're part of CARICOM. Stop it, right? And as a Guyanese, right, he was there with us in the Morgan days.
I got a Fire Oats story to tell you in a second too.
This is just for anybody that may feel like because he and I do business together. He was there in the Morgan days and he was shooting, right? Then went over to the soca side and is the top soca DJ in the DMV, right? And then on top of that, now keeps some of the biggest events weekly. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the Mount Rushmore because consistency from then, if we could talk about from then till now, and it's still a big dog, then you're on my list.
I'm gonna tell you a real quick funny story. And I think your list, nobody can argue. Somebody gonna argue in the comments because that's what they do.
They can't argue.
But y'all four,
no, boy.
Y'all four, who would they say bigger than y'all four?
No, listen, there are other great DJs.
Wait, absolutely.
And I think a lot of times what people start to do, they start to mix in how much they love their cousin who's a DJ.
Personal feelings.
Don't mix your cousin who's a DJ with this.
Right.
We on stage.
This is Mount Rushmore. It's different.
We on stages. Your cousin ain't on stage. Whoever. I'm just saying that right.
I get it.
2, you're gonna root for the underdog, and there's a room for that. But sometimes people root more for the underdog, and the underdog want to do the work.
Facts.
When it's time to do the work, I see who's doing the work. Self-motivated people that have done it. So I honor those that came before me. I honor those that I may not even communicate with, but I'm just saying you can't ignore the work. The work is the work.
The funny story I was saying about Fire Oats though, and I don't know if he stole this from you, because now I think about it, I'm like, Trigga said this shit to me, and I totally forgot that he said it at 4229. So me and Fire Oaks, and once again Ty Flex, we're playing at it was either yours, mine, and ours, or Purple Pepper, one of the clubs downtown, small clubs, and we're playing in there, playing music in there, and fucking. Fire Oats
This has had the most. This
the most. I've never paused.
This episode is.
This is why I don't make Jamaicans on the WhoIs podcast. You can't say nothing around them. But me, Fire Oats, and me and Ty Flex, we rocking out. And Fire Oats, he said the same shit. Now I think about it, I'm like, Trigga said this shit to me in 29. He playing, and I can't remember what song he playing. We playing some big record, and of course. He pulled the record up, pull up, everybody, banging on the walls, banging. Yeah. He looks at me and Ty Flex. And this is like when I first met Fire Oats. Like I know him, but we wasn't cool like that. So he looks directly at us like this. No man play tune like Fire Oats. No man bomb. I'm like, Trigga said that same shit.
Fire said that to me too. That's we met as adversaries.
Yeah.
Because I was with Rated R back then, and then he was a triple threat.
Yeah.
And it's like, they bringing him in as a shooter. The shooter, move your blood. No, but yeah.
But that's my guy, man. But I just want to say, man, like the purpose of the WhoIs podcast, just is for people to kind of get to know people more about their lives and their career, but it's more so to give people their flowers.
Yeah.
And I know, like, as I've said to see you in private and us, having, one-on-one conversations. But I think when you have a platform this humongous, where you get, it's important to give people their flowers. As I love to say in real life, Trigga is not just one of my favorite DJs because we're friends. This is somebody who's inspired how I play. This is somebody who's inspired how I rock the mic. This is somebody who's inspired the energy that I bring to a stage, especially when I'm on a concert, a festival stage. I've never got a chance just to say thanks, like just for being somebody I know got my back no matter what. Somebody that it's times when I'm in the club or somebody in the club and I hear a record. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna screen record it and text Trigga. How many times have I text you?
What is this?
At 3 o'clock in the morning? I'll be in Jamaica
or record the audio and be like, "Yo, what is this?"
And he'd be like, "Yo, check your email."
Yeah.
Check email. So Trigga has always been a guy I know I can count on. So I just want to say I appreciate you, man. You definitely are one of the GOATs when it comes to this, man.
Same way.
And it's been love since day one, and even decades later, nothing has ever changed with us. So I appreciate you, my brother.
Nothing that changed, but whatever, bro.
Anything that we haven't plugged, anything you got going on that you want to plug before we wrap it up?
Right now, catch me on tour, Champagne tour with Dexter Daps. We in a city or a market near you, and if we're not, just check me on Instagram, Trigga Half Crazy, and the same thing on TikTok. I'm everywhere.
Facts.
Everywhere. I'm in the DMV. I'm in here. I'm there. Everywhere, bro.
Shout out to Trigga Half Crazy, man. If you don't know who it is, now you know who is DJ Trigga. This is my guy. Once again, we back here every week, same time, same place with the WhoIs podcast. Thanks for tuning in. The first Jamaican DJ, Ross Clot Jamaican. No man play tune like Trigga them, yeah?
Remember, big up the whole of Baltimore, West Side Baltimore.
Yeah.
Whole of West Side. New York, you know the code already. Jamaica, you know the code already, so.
Say less, man. Some of y'all say, what the hell did he just say? But don't worry about it. It's called patois. We back here next week, same time, same place. WhoIs podcast. Quicksilva, salute.